Veli, and on the stage with me is Ankit. Hi. And we are program managers with Dynamics. And today we're going to present our new Microsoft Teams integration with Dynamics for sales collaboration. Now, early this month, we had a research company came to our office to present their findings or their market research study, Topo. And the research analysts started the presentation by saying, sales rep don't like to use Salesforce.com, which made us immediately love the report. Now, to be fair, though, their study is not about Salesforce, but the reason why they said that is that in their study, they found that sales rep use a lot of apps as part of their daily routine. Some business apps, some personal apps, and there are some apps that what they call their prefer UI, their prefer apps, and they hate to switch context between that and the CRM apps. So to put it more generically, sales rep don't like to use CRM app. And I think that's okay. It's more than okay if they don't use certain product, but we'll take it as a separate topic. The reason why I say it is okay that sales rep don't like to use Salesforce or don't use a CRM app is because I think the focus should not be forcing sales rep to use CRM app. The focus should be how can we help sales rep to do what they need to do? How can we, the focus should be how do we help the sales rep to be more productive? So in my team, as we are building new capabilities, we have several guiding principles that can help us to focus in terms of what the user needs, in terms of improving the productivities. And there are several guiding principles that I'd like to share with you. The first one is being portable. So make CRM more portable. So rather than requiring our users to always have to go to the Dynamics in order to get the benefits of our capabilities, why don't we have Dynamics come to them, wherever they are, so that they can access this customer information whenever they need it. The second principle is about being simple. Now, nowadays, simple is mandatory. If you don't have a simple apps, you don't survive, period. But I think it's more than just usability. It's not just simple to use, but also, perhaps more importantly, is simple to get started. I've been with Microsoft for more than 10 years and been involved in several projects and a lot of brilliant ideas. Few of them didn't take off because partly it's because we didn't pay enough attention for simple to get started. So as a result, there are too many steps that users and admin has to follow in order for the end users to start to get their first benefit. And a lot of them are give up along the way. So we need to make it easy for our users to experience the benefit, to experience the value. So simple to use, simple to get started. And the last principle is about intelligence. We have enormous data that we collected from Office 365, from Dynamics. And how do we use those information to provide insight to the customers, to help our users, the sales rep, to make a better decision, quicker decision, and a timely decision. So these are the guiding principles that keep us honest and keep us focused in how do we focus on our end users, improve their productivities. Now coming back to the principles of being portable, the research that I mentioned earlier, they identify several apps that they call preferred UI for sales rep. And those are emails, probably no surprise there, and then chat-based application like Slack or Microsoft Teams, and then LinkedIn. Now, in order for us to be portable, then we need to be in all these surface area. So for email, we do have an existing integration with Outlook. You can have the Dynamics add-on so that you can access customer information directly in Outlook without leaving Outlook. For LinkedIn, we are working on bringing Dynamics data into LinkedIn. And just as a plug, I do have a session Friday morning at 9 a.m. in this room to talk about the LinkedIn integration with Dynamics. So I invited you to come also to attend our session on Friday morning. But today, we're going to talk about Dynamics integration with Microsoft Teams. So how many of you are using Microsoft Teams today? Wow, most of you, excellent. How many are you not familiar with Microsoft Teams? One person, all right, very good. So in Microsoft Teams that you can use for a number of things. Mainly a lot of people use Microsoft Teams as a communication tool where you can chat with your colleague as well as have online meetings. Microsoft Teams also provide a powerful collaboration tool where you can create teams, you can then add members to your teams, and then create channel and then have a conversation with your colleague on that channel and share files. So I think most of you already know that. So the question is that how do we integrate that collaboration experience with Dynamics? And to explain, I would like to walk you through a scenario, a sales collaboration scenario where we plan to bring Dynamics and Microsoft Teams to enable salespeople to be more effective in collaborating with others when they're working on a sales opportunity. So let's say you have a sales opportunity. You create this opportunity in Dynamics. Then you need to collaborate with others. You need others' help in order for you to close the deal. So from Dynamics, we're going to provide an entry point for you to start collaboration. When you open the collaboration pane, then we'll present you with the list of the teams and channel that you are a member of. And then you can select from one of these to collaborate on these opportunities. Make it easy for you to select. But if you don't have an existing team, then you can also have an option to create a brand new team. Once you make selection, then we're going to ask next is that suggest you for additional members to add to the teams. And what is this? So what we're doing is that we're looking at all dynamic users who have access to these opportunities and then present to you that this as additional members to add to the team that you selected. And this capability is especially useful when you are selecting a brand new team. It helps you to hydrate the team so that the teams immediately have all the members that you need to start collaborating right away. So it's simple to get started. Now this step, to make the connection, to add the members, you only need to do it once. So anyone in your sales team can make this connection. The next person who comes and then open this collaboration, instead they will see the conversation pane from the channel that is connected to these records. So you can have conversations similar to what you can do in Microsoft Teams channel, and including also being able to attach files as part of your conversation. Now, how many of you guys are Dynamics users? How many of you enable document management features in Dynamics? Most of you. But for the rest of you, you can enable document management in Dynamics that will allow you to then being able to upload or associate documents to the records. Now, we want to simplify that. What we're doing is that as soon as you attach files to this conversation, then you can directly go to the Documents tab in that records, and you will see the files that you upload as part of the conversation appears in the list of related documents for these records. Now, remember that this record is connected to a Microsoft Teams channel. So there is an associated channel, and if you are using Microsoft Teams and go to that channel, and in that channel there is a Files tab. If you go to that Files tab, you will see identical lists of documents in Microsoft Teams channel, which means that you can upload documents in Dynamics, or you can upload in Microsoft Teams. They're all going to be uploaded to the same location so that everyone, regardless whether they're working on Dynamics or Microsoft Teams, will always get the complete list of files, up-to-date list of files. Similarly, when you're working on the Microsoft Teams and you go to the Conversation tab, then you will see the same conversation thread that you see embedded in that Dynamics record. Now, which means that you can have a conversation between users in Dynamics with the other users than in Teams. Earlier, I mentioned that as part of this connection process, then we're going to add dynamic users as members to the teams. You are not limited to the dynamic users for these teams, meaning you can add more members. Now you can add other users from other departments other than sales, like engineering or that finance or maybe art design that normally do not have access to Dynamics. Now the sales team can start collaborating cross-group. They can share files, they can have conversation between Dynamics users and non-Dynamic users. Now, with a lot more people to collaborate together, then you might have a busy conversation, which is okay, and maybe someone sharing an important information, and you want to save this piece of information to Dynamics. You can select any of the messages and then choose Save to Dynamics, and this will add that selected message to the activity timeline in Dynamics related to these records. But how do you access Dynamics? Now, so far, I talked several things that happen when you make a connection between this Dynamics record to Microsoft Teams channel. We add members, we synchronize the file sharing location, and then the third thing that we do, we automatically pin that records that you start in Dynamics as a tab in Microsoft Teams channel, which means that if you need to access those records, rather than opening a separate browser, go to Dynamics, you can just go to this tab and you can access those specific records page from Dynamics. This is a full fidelity page. That means that you can make an update, you can create new activities. Everything that you can do in Dynamics, you can do directly from Microsoft Teams. But there is one more thing. Yes, sir. Does this require Dynamics 365 for sales license? Not really. The reason why not really is that you need to have Dynamics license, but not necessary for sales. We enable you to make this connection not just for entity related to sales. You can make this connection to any entities. So if you have customer service, for example, then you can also do this thing. So in order to edit this opportunity, do you need the dynamic sales? If the application that you have license for has included the opportunity entity, then you can. Whatever entity that you have access as part of your application. Okay, there's another question. So yes, so assuming if you have a team member license, you can read it. Just to clarify, now you have several tabs: conversation, files, and these Dynamics pages. In order for you to access the conversation and files, you do not need Dynamics license. You only need Dynamic license to open this tab for Dynamics. So that we secure whoever have access in Dynamics based on your permission those are the ones that can open this page. The rest of the people, they can have access to conversation files, but when they go to this tab, they will be asked to log in. Yes, sir. So let me try to rephrase the question. So is the experience meaning that you can have a conversation and you can choose whether or not to show it in Dynamics? Not quite. The experience that we are designing for is that we want to enable you to connect Dynamics record to Microsoft Teams channel. When you make that connection, then we make everything to be available across the apps. So conversation for that channel that you selected will appear. The files will get synchronized across the two apps. The question is that the connection can only work one way from Dynamics to Teams, not Teams to Dynamics? No, both ways. As a matter of fact, we're going to demo later on. Actually, we're going to start with the connection from Teams to Dynamics, but it works similarly. Yes, sir?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's correct.
So you can see that the top of that activity timeline, that Susan Burke saved a message. So this is as a result from you selecting that piece of message thread in the conversation, and this will be added similar to, and will appear similar to that in activity timeline. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, so the question is that does it create channel under the Teams? You can choose. I don't have the detail, but there's actually several. I skipped a little bit of like several options that you can do. So for if you selecting from the Teams, then you can select which channel that you want to collaborate on that records, or you can also choose to create a brand new channel. So you can use an existing channel, or you can create a new channel. All right. Let's continue. So I talked about several things that we do when we make the connection. We add members, we synchronize the files, and then we automatically pin these records to the channel. There's one more thing that we do, which is we automatically add Dynamics bot as part of your channel conversation. So which means that similarly, like when you have a chat with your colleague, you can ask questions. Then you can ask questions to the dynamic bots, and the dynamic bots will find the answer inside Dynamics. For example, by the way, how many of you attended the sales automated session by Miriam and Amit yesterday? All right. So one of the features that we are going to release very soon is these features that we nickname the Who Knows Whom. So the idea is that we're going to have an AI that look inside your Exchange data to automatically build a graph to identify who has prior connection with your customers. So in this scenario, let's say that you have a new customer, Contoso, and you want to know, is there anyone in your organization, and this is especially useful for larger organization, you might have someone in your organization who have prior connection with Contoso. And our AI will identify any of people have previous emails or previous meeting with your customers. And then in this case, you can ask the bot saying that, who knows Contoso? And the bot will respond with the list of people inside your organization with a prior communication or prior connection with the customers. And then you can select one of those colleagues, and then we'll provide you with the contact summary, and this is your colleague. And because you are in Microsoft Teams, then you are just one click away to initiate a chat with your colleague to ask about the customers. Yes, sir. So the question is that relationship, is that based on the information in Dynamics, or we are also reading the LinkedIn graph? We're not reading the LinkedIn graph. There are some limitation in terms of accessing privacy, in terms of how much we can tap into that connection information in LinkedIn. But this is not just limited to the information in Dynamics. This is actually reading information in your Exchange. So even though that email has not been linked to Dynamics, you haven't set regarding, not bring it to activity timeline, but you have a previous email communication with the customers in Exchange, in email, it will detect it. Okay. So this is what that we're trying to do in terms of integrating Dynamics with Microsoft Teams to allow you to use Microsoft Teams, a channel, to be able to collaborate, and then use the bot to be able to tap into the customer insights from Dynamics. So this is, yes. Yes. Okay, the question is that what is that relationship strength? Yes, so that is relationship strength is based on the amount of the email that you have back and forth, as well as also recency. There's some algorithm that we calculate in terms of the strength, but that is based on your actual interaction as well as when you have that interaction with the customers. Is it possible to surface that in the contact record? Yes, I believe that, yes. So you can go to the contact records in Dynamics and you'll be able to open this Who Knows Whom widget and be able to also get the same information. So, so this is what we're doing with to support the sales collaboration with Teams and Dynamics. But in addition to that, with the bots, and I mentioned that you can use the bot as part of your group conversation in your channel, then you can also use the bot as your personal productivity assistant. Because you can have a one-to-one chat with the bot. Similarly, you can have a one-to-one chat with your colleague. Then you can ask the bot for information from Dynamics. And this is especially useful, and it's quite common use case is to use this while you're on the go. You're using Microsoft Teams mobile app. Then you can open the Microsoft Teams chat and then chat with Dynamics bot. And you can ask questions about the customer information in Dynamics, such as show active opportunities. If you look at inside Dynamics, we'll present you with a list of opportunities in Dynamics as like a message response to your chat. And you can select these records, and then we'll show you the summary of these opportunities. And you can make an update directly from Microsoft Teams chat windows, or you can also follow. When you follow this record, then the Dynamics bot will monitor changes to this record. Not just by you, but anyone inside Dynamics. And then when there is any change to this record, the bot will then send you a message. And then if you enable notification on your mobile apps, and you will receive this notification, you can open the notification and open the Dynamics page directly from Microsoft Teams mobile app. All right, thank you. Just a heads up that we're actually going to demo this. So far it's a slideware, so it's but later we're actually going to show demo, and then you can give a clap during the demo. Just to recap, then we have, with this integration, that we bring together Dynamics and Microsoft Teams to enable you to be more effective in you collaborating with others, such as working on the sales opportunities. We enable this so that you can access customer information in whenever you are, using Microsoft Teams, whether it's on desktop as well as a mobile, with the principle of the portability. We keep it simple to use. We are targeting what do we believe to be 80% scenario and try to optimize, make it simple for those. Also simple to get started. There are a few examples that I mentioned earlier by helping you to identify additional members, hydrate the Microsoft team with those additional members, automatically pin that. We automate things behind the scene to help you so that it's as simple to get started. You can start to use right away. And using bot as a way for us to surface the intelligence that you have in Dynamic, as well as also use the bot to help you to stay up to date with the changes that it happens in Dynamics. Now, I've been presenting this integration plan with a few customers, and I also presented this at the Business Applications Summit in Seattle last July. I think one of you probably watched the recording. I always have the same questions up to this point. That is, when can I have it? Now, some of this will take a little bit more time to develop, to be completely transparent, because sometimes simple as UX is actually sometimes even more complex to build from the back end. But rather than wait until everything is finished before we're releasing it, our plan is to start releasing all those capabilities as soon as they are available, because then not only you can start benefiting it, you also can benefit us. Because the earlier that we can release, you can provide us with feedback. It helps us to also refine additional capability that we still building to make sure that that is aligned with what you are expecting from the capabilities. So with that, I'm very pleased to announce, this is the first official announcement, I believe, that we are going to make available Dynamics 365 app for Microsoft Teams as public preview starting in October. So what's included in this Dynamics app for Microsoft Teams? So rather than me talk about it, I will let Ankit to give you a demo of Dynamics 365 app for Microsoft Teams.
Thanks, Welly. Hi, everyone. Welcome again to the session. Hope you're all having a good Ignite. Well, Microsoft Teams is very, very powerful, and the power comes from bringing together conversations and content and apps and making a seamless access across different devices. We realize that this is super powerful for Dynamics 365, and for the last few months, we've been working really hard to bring that to you guys. Today, I'm going to demo a few of those scenarios, but before we dive into scenarios, I want to share with you a few key patterns around how you could structure your sales team in Microsoft Teams. It's easy to think that Teams is the canvas for collaboration, but how do you really structure? So we actually did a research, and we also spoke with a few of our customers, and there are three preferred patterns that came out. Now, Team allows you the flexibility to structure the way you want, but three of them really stand out. I'll take you through them very quickly. The first one is when you can actually have a team defined at a department level. So you have a North America sales team, and you have various accounts that are linked with that department. Those accounts can be various channels within that team. The second one is actually really interesting, and we use that in Microsoft a lot, where we have a very significant account, or say a VIP account. So we structure the team at an account level, and we have various channels which are at the various opportunity level. And lastly, is also very common to have a very complex opportunity where there's a lot of stuff going on in that opportunity. So we have various threads or various tracks which are belonging to that opportunity as channels, and the team is defined as an opportunity level itself. Now, how would a channel really look like? Since you all have really spent time checking Teams out, let me give you an example of how a typical channel looks like. The first tab in a channel is Conversations. This is where you see all the team members chat with each other, present updates, initiate threads and stuff. And the Files tab, which is the next tab, is where all the files, all the collateral, all the content resides. Now, Teams allows us to add any app to a channel. For example, I've added a Power BI app here, and I see this chart or dashboard, which makes sense to stand next to the Conversations and Files tab. Now let me introduce, with Dynamics integration with Teams, we actually bring the ability to pin a Dynamics page right here, which keeps all the sales users in context of collaboration. So as Veli showed in one of his slides, this is actually a fully functional Dynamics page where you can create activities, traverse into any section of the Dynamics app. In addition, you could just click on this button and chat alongside this view with the rest of your team. The whole idea is to power more collaboration, avoid any context switching. We don't want you to go to Dynamics if you don't want to. You can actually use just Teams app and you do all the lightweight things. In fact, almost everything. Now let's see how you actually get to this. Let me pick another channel. Let's pick Contoso. So as I mentioned, the first two tabs are what you get by default. You use the plus button to add any new app. So I hit the plus button, I pick the Dynamics app. We wanted to make it very simple for you to select the entity records. So we preload the window with a bunch of records that you accessed recently. So it's filled with your recently accessed, wherever you accessed it, on any device. We go into Dynamics, see what information you accessed recently, and we show that up here. You could pick one of them, or you could make your own search and then narrow down to a particular entity. Let's pick Contoso, which is this channel, and I hit save. And then this record is pinned as a tab next to these two other tabs. You could also open this by just one click. You open this in Dynamics if you want to make some sophisticated changes. You could go to Dynamics right away. It will take you as a deep link to that particular page. Yes? So we actually support COLA, contacts, opportunities, leads, and accounts. Those are the key ones that you collaborate on, but we will be working on custom entities as well.
So just to clarify, for making this connection right now, you can choose any entities as long as there is a selection where you need to choose which app modules. As long as that entity is part of the app modules, you can make the connection. There are, for bots, we're going to start with COLA entities, but for pinning this, we can select any entities. In the back?
You can make changes directly in that.
In fact, let's show it.
Actually, I can show that to you. So here, let's say I want to create a new activity. Let's say I want to create a new post. And I can just do that here. So for users who don't really need to go to Dynamics, we save them the pain. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So the question is that, is this only supported for unified interface? Yes. You need to be on 9.0 or above, and then we'll only show the unified interface in this experience. Unified interface support the responsive web, which otherwise the experience will not be optimum. Yes, sir.
Does this also work for the model-driven apps, and not only for the dynamic solutions, but for the model-driven apps as well?
What? Our apps.
Our apps, right now, we are supporting this connection only for the Dynamics entities.
Yeah, but the model-driven app is based on the account and contact entity as well.
Let's follow up after the session.
It's actually an important discussion. Let's talk about that. But to answer your question, actually, it's important that we have it across different devices. UCI brings that ability, so it makes sense to have there.
Yep.
Now, often it's the case that you are in Dynamics and you want to know where you can chat about a particular opportunity. So you would notice that this new button, Collaborate, So as a user, if you're in Dynamics, you are on an entity page, you hit collaborate, and it actually informs you where all in which teams and channels you can have a conversation. So this is deep linked. You click on any of them, and you're taken directly to the relevant conversations thread in Teams.
So just to recap, I think the scenario is that, let's say if you're using Dynamics and your other team members saying that, hey, I created these teams to collaborate on these opportunities. You do not know which teams, and you can have maybe a number of teams that you have. You can always go to Dynamics, open this collaborate. It will give you all the teams and channel that has been connected to this record. You can click on them, it will take you a deep link directly to open
Even
them.
if you are the user and you want to see which channels are talking about this is the place to go.
It's one-to-many.
It's actually going to be many-to-many.
Yeah. The reason why into one-to-many is that there is some scenario, for example, that let's say an account, for example. You might have sales team that need to collaborate on this. But on the other hand, you might have support or your customer service that also need to collaborate on this. So we want, and they might have a different teams as part of collaboration, so we'll support this.
We actually check this internally because even at Microsoft, there might be instances where the leadership has a separate channel where they want to pin something. So it makes sense to have many-to-many setup. Now let's go to files because I think it's an important scenario that Welly also showed. So just like Dynamics, if you have access to an entity, you can go ahead and make edits. We allow that same rule here. So if you have write access, you're still able to make edits in Teams, and that flows in here. So we don't control which channel is allowed to make edit and which channel is not.
So to clarify, this is based on your user access in Dynamics. So when you go to the Teams, if you don't have access at all, you will even not be able to open this page. But if you have access, then it depends on what kind of level access on that specific records. If you have edit access, you can edit to any teams that you go to. But if you have read-only access, you have read-only across the board.
Yeah. Yep.
Can you determine there in which library you are storing
Yeah.
your document? Because you I see the team still up there, I believe.
Yes.
Can you change it to like SharePoint so you can see documents you are?
Yes. So you do have an option to select the location where it is.
Yeah, but so can you then also see which documents are in the SharePoint library as well for that account?
Yes.
On there.
So the question is that let's say that you have enabled document management and you store previously documents in SharePoint.
Lots of customers for me don't want to open the SharePoint location behind it. They want to just have a tab like there with all the documents in front of them.
Yeah. So I think if I paraphrase, can you see all the documents across all locations, both Teams as well as SharePoint? Is that on this? So no. So right now we have heard the request about aggregating across different locations. Right now you have to pick a location, and we'll show you the documents from that location.
Yeah, but if you create an account like right now in SharePoint, you show the SharePoint documents.
Yes. If you have a SharePoint integration, you change the location to SharePoint, it will show you document from SharePoint.
The unified view is something that we will address.
Yep. Yes. Yep. Okay, so the question is that if you have an account, you have multiple opportunity in that accounts. So that coming back to the pattern that Ankit shared earlier, it depends how you structure. You could structure your team so that that's at account level, and you can create different channel per opportunities.
So it's entirely up to you how you prefer to structure your work. What we found very effective is that if the account is a VIP account and we expect a lot of opportunities, and those opportunities have the same team members or have an overlap, it makes sense to have them as channels within the same team. But there are even opportunities which are very complex and have a separate team to itself, and that deserves a special team.
Okay, so we have 5
Yeah.
more minutes left, so let's finish the demo, and then we can open up for more questions.
Yeah,
But thank you, thank you.
So let me just quickly show how, if you upload a file here, and let me select. So I'm uploading a file for Contoso account. And since I pinned this in Teams, I should be able to see the same file appear here as well. So that's the integration from the files point of view. You would actually have the mirror view from both sides.
If you like it now, you can try.
Now, okay, so that's about the more team-based collaboration. But let's say you want to use the integration for your personal productivity. You could just go to the chat section of the Teams app, and you would notice that we have the Dynamics bot already installed. You can just initiate the conversation by saying hi. The bot gets alert or gets invoked and responds with 2 buttons which are personalized for you. The first one is actually asking you to, see the opportunity or see the latest accessed entity record so that you can go back to context and just go ahead and access it right away in Teams. You could also have, you might want to have a view of the latest opportunities that you have. So you can click on any of these buttons and get started. You could also just say my accounts, and the bot goes in Dynamics, looks up the information, pulls out the view for account, and the same records that you see in Dynamics show up here. And let's actually demo on the mobile, because it's often the case that, actually, let me also show one capability that you could just select any account, and then you see a bunch of personalized buttons. For example, you might want to see contact related to this account or see opportunities related to this account. It helps you quickly have those listed right here in Teams itself in the same channel. You could also create a post or take a note or open this in Dynamics if you want to directly go to that entry. The bot essentially brings Dynamics to you in a chat format. By just clicking these buttons, you can perform the actions that you usually do in Dynamics. Now let's switch to mobile.
Thank you.
So often is the case that I'm getting into a meeting or just out of a meeting, and I quickly want to jot down how my meeting went or is there any follow-up action. So I could just leverage the Teams mobile app and go to the bot. And like I was checking on the desktop, now let's say I had a meeting with Contoso and I spoke with them about a particular opportunity called Smart Switch. So I clicked on Show Opportunity button on the same account card, and in this I get a list of various opportunities. In this case, the meeting was about Smart Switch. So I click on Smart Switch. The bot returns a card which has the latest information about Smart Switch. And say my discussion was about the close date, and the new close date is, say, this Friday. And I select the date, click OK. The beauty is that the bot in real time updates the information in Dynamics. So if all your team members are on various devices, they can get the updates right away. It also updates the card right here. So if you see this icon, the pencil icon, it just shows that the card got updated recently. So you see the latest date here. Similarly, you could make changes to any of the attributes, such as amount or close date, as I mentioned. You could also take a quick note by clicking on Create a Post. Say let me use voice for this. Met with Bill, period. Let's send them the proposal by next week. I hit save. Now let's see whether this reflects in the tab as well or not. So I go to Teams, and I go to Smart Switch, and you would notice that the post would have already flown in the system. Right here.
You like it?
And not just this, we also wanted to enhance this further, so to avoid or to help you create activities out of it, we also have a model that reads this information and suggests that do you want to create an appointment? You hit edit and close, it automatically does that for you.
Thank you.
We still have 30 seconds left. I can't believe that, but let's use that for questions. Yeah.
No. I think let's close it out and then we open for questions.
We'll take the question.
Where's my switcher?
Just 2 minutes.
So let's quickly finish up and then we can open up for questions. So to summarize what Ankit showed is that we have Dynamics app for Microsoft Teams. It will be available for public preview next month. And with that app, it allows you to connect from Microsoft Teams and then select Dynamics record. Any entity, it's supported with this version. And then in Dynamics, you hit the collaborate, it will show you the list of teams and channel, and then we integrate the file sharing experience so that you can share file across Teams and Dynamics. And of course, we have the personal bot that Ankit just showed. And the plan is that we're going to target end of this year for general availabilities. So it will be available to everyone. And we'll continue to complete the integration because we'll start with integrating from Teams to select Dynamics record. We don't have yet the ability from Dynamics to select teams, and that will come next year so that you can create, from Dynamics, you can select the teams and create new teams. The embedded conversation also comes next year. So that is our roadmap. Now, the apps that we are shipping as part of public preview, this is an app that we have rolled out internally inside Microsoft. So Microsoft sellers are using it. After all, then what an easier way to get the feedback than from one of the biggest seller organizations in the world, which is Microsoft Sales. But that's not enough. We are missing a critical feedback. We are missing the feedback from real customers. We need the feedback from you. So I invite you, next month, watch out for Dynamics app on Microsoft Teams Store. Go ahead, give it a try. Share it with us what you think, what's missing. We love to hear your ideas and send us feedback.
Whatever I demoed, that's all a part of the release. So that's all available.
And you can send the feedbacks to D365 for Teams at Microsoft.com. You can also send your questions to there, and it will go to all of us, and we'll respond to you. And finally, thank you again for coming. Make sure that you fill in your evaluation.
It's very important.
And it's very important because Ankit and I, we have a little bit of competition going on with our fellow presenter. Whoever gets the highest eval will get a free dinner. So help us to get the free dinner. And we want to keep it simple for you, right?
Just click this.
In a survey, just always pick the top one. Keep it simple.
Thank you. Thank you.